Hey, it's Jenna, and today I want to talk to you about astrology and career. I'm going to talk about my mistakes that I made before the pandemic and also during the pandemic that sort of sabotaged or pushed my career back a little bit, how I got into a career path logically, but it didn't turn out because that was not spiritually ordained, So I'm going to discuss that today. So what happened is in 2018, I discovered, I would be good at this. Logically, it's technical, but it's also a bit artsy, and I get to use all my skills, and it's in tech, so I will be safe, I can still travel, remote work, and there was all these logical reasons why I should do this thing, and it really made sense. So, people supported that, and they were happy for me that I did something new, right? Mostly. Okay. Then, and this was something I did because I realized as a dancer, I was a professional dancer, full-time at one point. So this was easing my mind and anxiety because I thought, okay, this is a temporary career. It doesn't last forever, whatever. I had these negative thoughts. The pandemic hits, and then I'm really fucked. Sorry for the language, but then I was really screwed because we weren't able to dance on stage for 8 months. It was 8 months, yeah. So this really fucked me. And at that point I had quit my little side hustles and everything. So it was really a disaster. I was in a foreign country, just surviving, But that wasn't the only error that I had. Then I really fell back onto this tech thing that I was doing and really just diving into it, sending 200 plus applications, 200 plus cover letters, and none of them worked out. Yeah, I got a couple offers, but and I did do an internship, but I had a couple offers for a real full-time position, but every time things didn't add up and I couldn't sign. So it was, and not because I didn't want to, but because it was I cannot just pick up and move. I just got married. I can't move right now to a different city. So it was stuff like that. And I was wondering if it was I just had to push and wait my turn. I just had to keep going. I made a mistake here, blah, blah, blah. I was going through everything, but it was just so ridiculous. So at some point, I decided to look back into astrology because I had done some studies on it. I can read basics. So what I did is I went to, what is it called? I think it's called hold on one second. Yeah, advancedastrology.com. And you just type in Google Advanced Astrology, find your career in astrology, and you will see this page. And here they talk about what are the career indicators. So your midheaven, second house, sixth house, 10th house, Saturn, north node, dominant planets, okay? This is all viewable on Astroseek if you are lost, okay? I know this is a bit more high level, but if you can't afford an astrologer and you know some basics, you can do this by yourself. Of course, it's better to have a professional, but it's not always necessary, right? There's a lot of scammers anyway. So I'm going to read a little bit about what I learned while I used this website to decode my chart. So I learned that, Sun in the 10th, Leo, Sun ruled, leadership, executive powers, running on business, rich socialite, ambitious, in touch with deep desires, skill, hearing emotions underneath. You can keep others short. You can help others shore up their innermost vulnerabilities. Sorry, English. Okay. Part of fortune conjunct midheaven. I'm not going to bore you with all of the planets and aspects. I'm just going to read the facts that I learned so you can see how much information it is. Place yourself in center stage. Fully express yourself no matter the emotion or circumstance. Acting, singing, calm calculations, inventive, eccentric, original, talent for publicity and media, immense originality, women and general public, hold my success keys, politics, be an inspiration, special affection for foreign places and people, instinct for justice, natural counselor or guide for others, writing, creative and meaningful ways, media, theater, writing, radio, film, public service, achievement, and prominence. 6th house in Aries. Don't be hard on yourself. You love to control. You love self-managing, power-thirsty, good leader. Love to be appreciated, natural-born leader. Give others what they expect, and you'll be fine. Join community theater. Likes busy work environments, competitive, courageous, action-oriented, aggressive. My 5th and 6th house are linked, and they're both ruled by Aries. So my 5th house stuff also has to do with my professional life, not only the 6th house, the 2nd house, and the 10th house. Yeah, it's a bit fast, okay. So that means play, fun, teens, parties, hobbies, entertainment, romance, social activities, expression, adventure are also going to be a key in the success. 2nd house, Jupiter, pleasure, travel industry, ambition, hard work, gold. Speech can be rough, strict, harsh, so I need to learn a bit more diplomacy. Capitalizing on good energy, because I do have that Jupiter in the 2nd house, even though it's negatively aspected. Other notes, I'm an airbender. My dominants are Pluto, Uranus, and Mercury, so I become rich from how I relate to the material world and how I feel about the material world. Finances, possessions, values, self-worth, lending and borrowing, material desires, achievement-based methods and means of success. Pleasure, sensuality. So these are all things that are going to play a role in my career success. And then of course, also from there, you look at your numerology. So like I'm a life path 3, and then I have like destiny 5 and other 5s. There's a lot of 5s in the numerology, which is also like creative, artistic passions and things like that. So that is a fuck ton of information. And when I read myself this, I can see why this job sitting at a computer remotely by myself for 8 hours working for somebody else wasn't the right move for me. But, you know, when I was trying to recover from the pandemic, my self-esteem was really shot because I had come from a toxic work environment, and I had very low self-esteem and very low self-worth after, you know, years of kind of being degraded as a performer, and also feeling like outshined by like a Broadway dancer, for example, who was there on Broadway for 10 years, who's a bit older. And it's like, man, of course. But eventually you're able to transmute and transcend this. So like I would gain my confidence back and I go out and perform again, and people are amazed, mind blown. They're like, how the freak did you get that good? And it's like, well, I did learn something from that dancer, right? I learned something from these experiences. I also learned my boundaries for these experiences. I learned that it's never worth it to accept a job if you're also accepting unacceptable people that come along with it, right? And this was the whole thing. And like, this is really challenging, but you need to learn these keys so that you know when something is good and right for you, because there's so many things there to fuck you up and trip you up on the way. And it's about how you move past those moments. So, you know, I publicly had announced that I quit being a dancer, and now I'm dancing again, teaching dance again, doing all of the things. And I fell off the horse really, but I'm back on. And even though I said I had quit, I never actually quit. I was still going to classes. I was still training because I knew I needed to keep myself happy. I even spoke with a sidekick who said, you need to keep dancing, girl. And look at all of this theater and performance and film and media and stuff. It's like, this is still a key. But now I know what motherfuckers not to mess with as I'm on this path. And so now that I've done this assessment, I can move forward with this information and chase what I'm actually destined for. And sitting behind a desk for 8 hours a day was never what I was destined for. And this has helped me uncover that. So yeah, that is my 10-minute video on the importance of using astrology for a career. And, you know, a lot of people say, you know, like, there's so much more to career than astrology. Why would you trust your entire career life on astrology? Like, that seems very naive and dumb and things like this. But either you choose to live your life in faith or not. Did you study astrology for no reason? Are you having faith in the universe for no reason? Do you actually trust the universe? And if you do, listen to your chart. That's all I have for today, so peace.